What's going on, y'all, and welcome back to my channel. I just wanted to hop on really quick to make a quick reaction video, kind of give my thoughts on the newly released Sonic Frontiers footage. So yeah, without further ado, let's jump into it. So as I stated, I just wanted to hop on really quick and give my quick 2 cents on the Sonic Frontiers footage that was already released. If you guys are unaware, this week they released 2 different clips of Sonic Frontiers, the gameplay footage. One on IGN, they kind of did like a 7-minute showcase of the exploration style gameplay. And then there was another clip that went out that kind of shows like the combat aspect of Sonic Frontiers. And I just want to hop on to talk about that. So without further ado, let's go. So first thing first is the presentation. Of course, just like my first impressions video, I kind of want to give my 2 cents on the presentation and the gameplay. So starting with presentation, I will say this game looks absolutely gorgeous. One thing you could say about Sonic Team is that they really know what they're doing when it comes to the overall look of the game. Now gameplay, that's a whole nother discussion when it comes to Sonic Team properties, but when it comes to the overall look and aesthetic of the game, Sonic Team know what they're doing. I mean, when you look at games like Unleashed, Lost World, Generations, Forces, say what you want about the games themselves, but one thing you can't say, they're bad looking games. And the same thing holds true with Sonic Frontiers. The same thing holds true with Sonic Frontiers. Yeah, the game looks great. Of course, there's a lot of inspiration taken from Breath of the Wild, but then again, we only really saw one area, so I'm not sure how big this world they're creating is going to be. I don't know if they're going to have like multiple areas, like a volcano area, underwater level. I don't know what that's going to be. It's still very early. Now, one thing I did notice during the gameplay trailer is that there are weather effects. So one thing that I love about any open world game is if they have different weather effects out there. So we saw the rain effect. I don't know if there's going to be snow, fire. I don't know about all that, but I'm happy to see that there is a little bit of variety when it comes to like the weather effects and the overall aesthetic of the overworld. So that's pretty cool. Of course, the music is always going to be on point. The music that was playing throughout the hub world, I loved it. You know, it's very chill, relaxing, exploration style music. So I'm really excited to hear the soundtrack of Sonic Frontiers. And Sonic Team, again, just like the presentation and the graphics, they never disappoint when it comes to soundtrack. I don't think there's one Sonic soundtrack I do not enjoy from the mainline Sonic series. So the music I already know is going to be 10 out of 10. The presentation, I already know it's going to be great. And the fact that this game is going to be on multiple platforms, including the last generation platforms, Xbox One and PS4, I'm kind of curious to see, you know, what bells and whistles they give the newer gen versions of this game, and, you know, how it's going to look on the Switch and how is it going to perform on the other consoles. So that's something I'm looking forward to seeing. So, but yeah, as far as the presentation, I like how the game looks. You know, the overworld does seem a little bland right now, but then again, it is still very early, so we don't know what else they can add by the time the final release is here. So yeah, presentation. All right, next thing we're gonna talk about is the gameplay. So again, there are 2 different clips floating around. I guess we're gonna start with the IGN clip first. The gameplay really focuses, it looks like they're really trying to take a focus from, not necessarily from speed, but they're really focusing on exploration and puzzle solving. So I know with Sonic Team, they always try to do something different with their games. It looks like Sonic Frontiers is not going to be an exception to that. It looks like instead of you being able to blast through this big open world at the speed of light, they slowed Sonic down a bit for you to start puzzle solving and exploring and finding different knickknacks around the open world. So I'm kind of curious to see what they're going to do with that, because one thing one of my concerns was, well, if you're in this big open world and Sonic is like super fast, you're going to see everything very quick. That does not look like that's the case here. It looks like either the world is big enough to where your speed doesn't really matter, or they slow Sonic down significantly for you to have bigger emphasis on exploration and puzzle solving, things like that. So I'm kind of interested in what they're going to do with that, as far as like what they're going to have you do in the overworld and what your objectives are going to be, so on and so forth. The next thing I want to talk about is the combat. So the combat, from that, I think it was like a 7-second clip that we saw, it looks very intriguing. Now, I don't know if they're gonna have some RPG elements where you can level Sonic up, or you can get different moves, or you can customize this move set. So hopefully as the game gets closer to release, we'll get more details about that. But so far, the combat looks very intriguing. The fact that you can swirl an enemy, kind of like I guess the tornado from Sonic Heroes, and then he goes up and you can like chain that combo with like some melee attacks, I thought was pretty cool. And also I think they show like one of the mini bosses or whatever where Sonic just like sped up his back and then you can attack him that way. So, but overall, man, I think the game is going to be promising. You know, there's no doubt in my mind and no question, am I going to buy this? Somebody actually asked me, they're like, are you going to buy Sonic Frontiers? Like, Of course. Of course. Of course I'm gonna buy it. Of course I'm gonna do first impressions on it. Of course I'm gonna review it. Of course I'm gonna stream it. So stay tuned, stay locked in on my channel for more Sonic Frontiers content. I'm excited for when the game releases. I'm gonna hold judgment of the game until it's actually in my hands and I get to actually play it for myself. I know sometimes a lot of YouTubers and a lot of content creators kind of jump the gun when it comes to their opinions of games that are not even out yet, but I'm not gonna do that with Sonic Frontiers. So anyway, I just want to have a quick conversation with you guys about Sonic Frontiers. If you have any opinions that you would like to share, drop a comment down below. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell, all that fun stuff, and I will see you guys next time, all right? Peace.